In today's episode of First Impressions, we're looking at Terminal 1, which is a city builder, but specifically an airport builder. It is a very, very early build and expect changes to come later on. We'll look at the settings, what settings there are, and then we'll jump into the gameplay and I will explain what I like and what I dislike. You can tell it's an early build and I can see the potential of the game, but right now, I'm not a huge fan. So your options, and you start to see the issues and the cracks showing right at this very early stage. The game has a horrible habit of not really letting you know what it is you're doing. This isn't just in terms of lackluster tutorials, but also with the menu as well. It doesn't really make it very clear until you click on some of the graphical details, what is on and what is off. It doesn't really make that very clear at all. What I do like is the fact that the music is actually completely off when you switch the game on for the first time, and then it's a bar that you can turn all the way up and all the way down, or you can click on it at different points. I actually quite like this as a audio. What I don't like is the fact that it is music and radio chatter, but no real other sounds. It's a bit disjointed. It would be nice if they had other sound effects going on during the time as well. You've also got your show trees and show grass blades. If you turn these off, you will get a visual notification that it is off and you're going to need to restart your game in order for it to take effect. And that is where you learn that if you have it on like that, then FPS is going to show at the top. If you have it off, then it changes color of the option as well. You've only got post-processing, show grass blades and show trees. That is all your options. It is a fairly low fidelity game, so it's not a massive deal. At the same time, it would be nice if there was just some graphical options that you could choose from. I am happy to report that you can change your key bindings. Now this is important because the default keys are your arrow keys to move. Really annoying. No idea why they've chosen that as a first sort of default setting. Nobody uses arrow keys to move anywhere anymore. That's what your mouse is for, and WAS and D. It's a standard. I get that it's an early beta, but fix it. Just fix it. I'm glad that you can rebind your keys, but it's simply not good enough in 2024 to have arrows as your default moving. And that's it for your settings. There really isn't a lot to go through here, and it does give you an indication about the fact that the game is very, very early and there isn't really a huge amount to go through. Once you're in the game, we are starting a brand new game here because I haven't actually saved any of my terminals because they've all gone incredibly wrong due to a lack of tutorial. It gives you a really basic understanding of what it is you have to do, but it doesn't go into details of things like where they need to go. It doesn't highlight anything that you could use to give you more of a guide. The money that it starts you with goes down very, very quickly, and if you want to do anything more advanced, good luck, because you're going to have to figure it out on your own. So tutorial is this little text bar at the bottom, and once you've done it, it will light up and then move to the next page. But there are more intricate things that it needs to tell you to give you an idea of what you're doing. So for example, as you can see, you can move WAS and D. What I do like is that the tutorial does actually change when you change your keybinds. So it doesn't say the arrow keys, it now says AWS and D, which is really, really nice. To build a runway, click the construction menu. What would be nice is if the construction menu was actually highlighted, although it does have tooltips, which is something better than nothing. When you click on it though, you've got to find your runway, which is going to cost you 1800. Immediately starts it going horizontally, and I don't quite know why that is. I actually quite prefer it going that way. But we'll go with what it says, and you've got these really thin boundaries that you can't really see very well. I'm colorblind, and one of the biggest troubles I'm having with this game so far is the fact that the colors are very, very similar. There's lots of greens, lots of yellows, and lots of really badly contrasted colors for the outer bounds of your airport. So you put it down, and then it'll move to the next one where it tells you can zoom in and out, and it tells you what you need. You need a cargo aircraft, and so you're going to have to put down an apron. The apron is this thing here, and you can again rotate it and put it where you want to. Now, this is where it gets a little bit iffy, because it tells you to build taxiways, and you've got to build them from one point of the aircraft to the other, so you've got an in and an out. Everything's one way. So you build your taxiway, and you can see that you've got arrows here and arrows here, but it doesn't automatically make it very clear. The other problem you've got is that these not connected symbols here block you from putting road down. So if I have, or if I had the runway or the apron going the other direction, I wouldn't actually be able to connect the road up from the apron. I'd have to go in from this way over here and down. It's really frustrating when that happens because sometimes that's literally the only way you can get your road to connect. It's not very intuitive. It is obstructive and very, very annoying. Once you've done that, you then have to get your cargo department, and that will basically get your airport up and running. Unfortunately, when you do that, you don't make a lot of money that way. So the money is in the passengers from what I've seen, but the passengers are incredibly complicated and I'm yet to get them set up, but I'll show you that in a second. And you will need a loan for it because of the sheer amount of money you're going to have to spend to get everything to that point. So once you've got your cargo, you're going to have to make roads, which are different to your taxiways. And then as you can see, you've got roadways going here, all the way out to there. Then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make a airport entrance, and you're going to connect that up there. Take a road, connect it to the main road there, and everything is good, except now you need a fuel depot. Take your fuel depot, you can put that pretty much anywhere, and lo and behold, you've got yourself a working airport that is now open for business. What the game doesn't tell you is that in order to get more planes, you are going to need more hangars, and you are going to have to get those onto the taxi road. I believe it's a taxi road that needs to go onto, like that. And then you need an outgoing runway connected, so you are going to have to go onto your taxis here. And I believe... Nope. So this is the thing. Now I'm stuck again because it doesn't tell you anything. Like, that's the tutorial ended. So anything else that you want to do later on, you are going to have to try and figure it out. And that's less than ideal. Also, every time you click on something, it is going to make an absolutely horrendous noise.
Has landed.
Also, the roads are very, very finicky as well. So yeah, we've got no outgoing runway connected here. It doesn't seem to be working. I don't know whether I need to make another taxi run from this side all the way across, or what. It just doesn't seem to want to work. And as I said, once you go into your passengers, you're in for a whole other world of hurt. So in order to do that, you've got to get a fire station in first, which is fine. We can put a fire station down. That's not a problem. And then you can go in and you can start your passenger. Now, you will get a tutorial, and the tutorial does tell you what you need to do, but the part that I was struggling with the most was doing the zones, because again, it's green and yellows, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get the gate to put down, and it's always the gate that I struggle with. I think the game has a lot of potential if they can sort these out and make these sort of flashing warning signs and saying that you've done something wrong. If they can make those better, and if they can highlight what it is you actually need, especially if you're on easy and doing the tutorial, that would be a great help for player experience, and it would make me want to play the game more. As it is, I'm just getting frustrated, tired, annoyed, and would rather just go and play another city game like Citadelium, which I played the other day, which is a full city game, not just a terminal game, but it is more complete, looks better, and works better. The game isn't out until January, so it's got plenty of time to work on it, which is fantastic. But overall, I think the game as it is, if it doesn't make significant improvements, is definitely going to struggle. And again, building here gets very, very complicated because it doesn't want to put things down. For some reason, I can't build any further than that. So, we've got a terminal here, though. And then we need to put a terminal entrance in. And do there. And then this is a security zone. So, you tap once to define a green. Which doesn't actually fill the areas properly, which is really annoying. And then we need to do another one for yellow, but again, tapping twice doesn't seem to be doing anything, which is really weird. And as a result, once we do that, then I can set a gate down, apparently, when I've got enough money. So we're going to come out of here and we're going to go to finances, because you're going to need to make a loan straight away to get the biggest one we can. Passenger terminal. Find a gate. And then I can't put one down because I'm... Oh, no, we got it. It actually put one down. Don't ask me how. It's more luck than judgment. And this is the thing. It's really, really complicated because it is more luck than judgment at this point. It says it's not connected, so I have no idea what I'm going to connect it or how I'm going to connect it. And obviously with these things, there's not a huge amount that I can do. It won't let me click on it. So yeah. But there you go. This is Terminal. It comes out in January. It's got a lot of work that needs doing to it. I think it does definitely have potential, but I'm not overly impressed with it right now. I've seen better on the market. There is no price listed, but you can add it to your wish list, and you can also request to join the playtest as well to offer your feedback to the developers. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.